So what's up everybody, it's me, True Star Screamer, and we're here with another action figure review. Taking a little break from the Action Force, guys. Just sometimes, you know, you gotta need something a little different in your life. And this is the Jazwares Total Anime Series Chainsaw Man. Now, last year one of my favorite figures was the actual Chainsaw Man figure from Figuarts. Ironically, one of my least favorite figures was the Katana Man from Figuarts, but I digress. And Bandai actually did a version of Chainsaw Man that I skipped over. But there's a couple things that kind of made me really want to check this guy out. One of the biggest things is, this guy was only $16.99. And this guy has a ton of accessories to it. At that price, plus I had some Target bucks, it was worth taking a chance. Kind of like when I did that Donatello review a while ago. So, as you can see, we've got a nice box on here. We got arms, not hands. We have new replacement arms, replacement heads. Just a lot of cool details on here. Back here, you got a nice photograph of the Chainsaw Man in just a nice pose. Nothing too special here. And other figures in the line, Eren Yeager. I did a short of seeing this guy in the street out in Target. I was actually very impressed with the details to it. Jujutsu Kaisen, Yujutsu Itadori. I have been wanting to watch this show. Izuku Midoriya from My Hero Academia. I'm very tempted to get that figure because we are a big fan of that. And then Spy X Family. I know nothing about it, but I know Team N978 like this figure. But enough about the box, enough about all that. Let's get this guy open and let's see what this is all about. How can I put this right? For $16.99, this figure should not be this good. Is it perfect? No. Okay, there's a little bit of curve here. Okay? This is also $16.99. You get what I'm saying at here? I'm absolutely astounded. Team N978 was recommending this figure, and he was absolutely right. You know, I had to put him in a nice little dynamic pose here. Again, knees are a little stiff. We'll talk about that later, but as you know me about stiff versus loose. Giggity. I mean, first of all, just some of the detail in here. The grime on the teeth are nasty. The teeth themselves are teeth. They're sculpted. This isn't painted on here. The tongue looks great. The jaw's all crooked, and he looks all chaotic on here. There's jagged edges on the actual chainsaw itself. We'll talk about how, you know, let's get the accessories, some of the gimmicks of how the faceplates are removable. Double jointed elbows. Oh, did we mention everything is pinless? Everything? I mean, I'm still getting... Yeah. Okay, I teased about Marvel Legends. Let's talk about McFarlane figures. Come on. McFarlane, these guys are making chumps out of you. But double jointed elbows. A beautiful, beautiful butterfly joint, which is, you know, a character like the Chainsaw Man. He's just slashing and hacking everywhere. He is chaos incarnate. Yeah, a decent ab crunch. Go back here, forward up here. The tie is, you know, loose soft plastic, so it gets out of the way. Drop down hips. Yeah, a painted belt buckle on here, sculpted jeans, double jointed knees, which again, those are a little on the stiff side. Okay, the ankle pivot could be a little better, but hey, I'm not complaining here. And of course, we got ankle pivot, and the whole foot has got detents in it. A figure like this should not be this good, and the plastic quality is very, very solid. I was expecting this guy to be a lot lighter. But, I mean, this just... again, it's a kinetic figure. It just does not look like it should be staying in motion. There's some neat... I'm talking about these stiff joints here. We're going to get to the accessories in a second, but you're going to see there's actually some advantage for how you display him, which we'll show off in a second. So, for accessories, we get not replacement hands, but replacement arms. Totally new arms. Just have the fist configuration on them. Now, One criticism I will say is I kind of wish I would be able to rotate the saw blades around, just because, you know, when you have it up here, I liked the idea of having the blades kind of almost like this, if that makes sense. So on a vertical wing, it bends his arms, but I'm literally being nitpicky right now. But I get a whole new arm, not a replacement hand. I think that is awesome. We get a whole different head with a bloody chainsaw face on there. Again, wouldn't have minded some blood on these. I'm not complaining too much. I've got paint for $16.99. I won't bitch about painting. And then we also get a closed jaw. Oh, to remove these faceplates, these just pull right off. New one plugs right in. So we essentially have 3 different faces per head. You know, jaw closed, jaw open, and the tongue sticking out. Replacing the arms. Now you just pull. You're going to be pulling this out here. You may want to hit it with a hairdryer before you do so. But yeah, you just pull that right out there, and we just port the new one right in there. And I just want to point out, I like the fact that it's a deeper socket, so you're not seeing, the joint is completely hidden on there, so it makes it look like a seamless piece. And of course that does give us a little more articulation there, but I like this. And finally, this is the piece de resistance right here. I know it doesn't seem like much, but you also get an inexpensive stand. Just a cheap little stand, but I mean, I don't get that with Marvel Legends. And this is where these stiff joints come in, or actually become a plus as opposed to a deterrent, because I can leave him posed in a running pose. You know, those stiff knees and everything, they hold him just fine. Quick inside edit point here. I just noticed this just after I wrapped up the review. Back here, this plate. This is removable. And there's a stand port in here. I happen to have a Revoltech stand right here. Yep. That's right. So if you've got your basic action figure stands, whether it be a Tamashii or a Revoltech, Mafex, whatever, yeah. You can have this guy doing airborne flying tackles. Yeah, I gotta tighten this up. But this is awesome. Again, not Marvel Legends don't even have something like this. You think one of their Spider-Man figures would have that, you know? No. And of course, being the light plastic that is, it's perfect for this. It just keeps getting better. Again, this is better than we deserve for a $17 figure. I thought Jada was putting action figures on notice. If you told me Jazwares would be doing it with an action figure line like this, and this is a licensed property, all right, licensed anime property from Crunchyroll or whoever is doing them these days. So we're getting a license, we're getting accessories, we're getting paint for 17 bucks. You know, multiple head choices here. I can just pop that off here. You can see a nice little double barbell joint here. Pop that on. I'm absolutely going to keep the bloody mask on because it looks so much better. And yeah, this is great. Quick size comparison. We have him here with Action Force Condor, and we have him here with Killmonger. He fits in well. I mean, it's an anime aesthetic, but as far as size go, this guy fits perfect with your regular 1/12 figures. I'm a little surprised he's actually a little taller. You know, again, with like the best action figures, they're usually a little smaller than these. So, like, this is incredibly impressive. I mean, this guy was a teenage boy who's possessed by a demon. He can still work, that he's just tall, thin, and lanky. So, and here he is compared with the Figuarts one, which, yeah, he towers over it. Yes, the painting is absolutely better on this, the plastic is better, the joints are smoother. There's a reason why I love this figure. But it's amazing what that blood on the chainsaws will do, and I think I'm definitely going to be having to do that. Just a little bit of red splatter. I think it'll make an absolute difference. But this is... yeah, I'm just smiling with this, messing around with this figure so much more than I thought I would. So for a pose like this, just kind of shows why I wish I could still turn the blade, at the at the wrist here, because I can pull this, I can pull this up, but I kind of wish again that the blade was just a little more on the vertical side when I do that. It makes sense when you have it in hand, I guess, and you should have this figure in hand. That's the thing. This is a near perfect figure for me, and it's so confusing. Why until you actually get it in your hand? First of all, it's 17 bucks. That in itself is like the way action figures are these days. Where Hasbro Marvel Legends and Joes are $25. Action Force figures are $27 to $30. Monster Force figures are $37 to $40. I'm still debating if I'm gonna get a Monster Force figure. But this guy was Jada Toys. $25. Where did I get 45 from? But Jada Toys, $25. This guy, 17 bucks. And again, pinless, double jointed, multiple accessories, licensed. It's crazy. And here's the other neat thing. It's worth getting one of these guys because they're perfect one-off figures. I honestly have no desire to own an Eren Yeager figure. I never could get into Attack on Titan. I heard it's amazing, I just couldn't get into it. Same with Tokyo Ghoul, same with Jujutsu Kaisen. But I read Chainsaw Man, at least I read the first major series of it. I've got the figure, I enjoy the character, and I have a great representation of him. Especially if you like characters like these and don't want to pay for the imports. It's near perfect. Really, I swear. You'll be more impressed with this than you'll think. That's all I can say. I highly recommend this. I got mine from Target. You could probably also get them from Amazon. I don't believe my favorite e-tailers are carrying these guys, to be honest, but it's okay. Not a big deal on that one. The packaging you saw was a resealable package, not on card. It's just, there's so many things that Jazwares is doing with this that is really kind of breaking the mold on here. So I highly recommend any of this anime line from Jazwares. I particularly recommend the Chainsaw Man because it's the one I own. But let me know your thoughts down below. Did this make you want to try it out? Do you already have one? Am I saying, David, get back? Should you be saying, David, get back to the Action Force reviews? That's what that comment section is down below. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button, and of course, hit that like button. But most of all, most importantly, as always, until next time, take care. Peace.